So in normal years, we would be offering a completely separate event dedicated specifically to financial aid, offered usually at Stonehill College, where financial aid experts would walk families through each aspect of the financial aid process relative to attending college. We are still going to be offering similar events this year. Likely they're going to be done virtually, but we also wanted to take a couple minutes as part of the senior parent night presentation to touch on some of the financial aid terminology and timelines that you should probably expect as your child navigates the college process. First and foremost, if your child is going to be applying for any need-based financial aid directly from the colleges that accept them, they, along with yourselves as their parents, will need to complete the FAFSA. The FAFSA stands for the Fee-Free Application for Federal Student Aid, and it will provide you and your child with ultimately a number based off of your previous year's taxes on how much you would be able to contribute towards their college education. That number is called your expected family contribution, or your EFC. That would then be provided to the colleges that they're applying to, so that if admitted, the college will not only provide them an acceptance, but also a need-based financial aid offer that likely would be try and meet the difference between their cost of attendance at their school and your family's EFC. A need-based financial aid offer could be a combination of scholarships, grant money, loans, as well as federal work study. Additionally, a college may also offer merit-based financial aid independent of your family's and your child's need. Merit-based money usually comes in the form of scholarships and grants, and oftentimes is offered directly with an acceptance letter from a college, independent of completing any additional financial aid forms. If your child or you feel like you may need help in completing the FAFSA, there are several resources that we can provide you with, and we wanted to highlight one in particular, which is offered through the state, called FAFSA Day. In previous years, this was done in person. This year, it will be done virtually, and families can sign up, meet virtually with a financial aid expert, and they would be able to walk families through how to correctly complete the FAFSA and submit it to the colleges that you would want to receive it. Beyond the FAFSA, some private colleges may also require additional forms called the CSS profile, as offered through College Board, and in some instances, even institutional forms unique to their particular college. The safest way to make sure that you know what each college your child is applying to will require, as far as financial aid forms are concerned, would be to go to their website, to the financial aid website at each individual college, where they will likely tell you what they need and when they need it by. And in general, colleges typically will have financial aid priority deadlines around the same deadlines that your child is using to apply to the school. So in other words, if your child is applying early action to a college and has a mid-November deadline, likely those financial aid forms are going to be due around the same time, so that if admitted, the college not only will be able to provide you and your child a decision and hopefully an acceptance, but if it's an acceptance, also a financial aid offer around the same time. Beyond the financial aid that your child would receive directly from the colleges that accept them, they also will be able to apply for outside scholarships over the course of senior year. There are several private search engines where your children can search for, identify, and ultimately apply for outside scholarships. On the financial aid page of the Oliver Ames website, there is a list of several of these search engines, and we would encourage your children to create an account on any one of them and use them as a way to start the process of searching for and applying for outside scholarships. If we at the high school are notified of an outside scholarship that is more specific to Easton or the greater area, but we are contacted directly about it, we will advertise that scholarship oftentimes within the daily announcements page or daily announcements email that your children receive every day to their school email, and then we will post that scholarship in the scholarships section of your child's Naviance account. That section is located under the My Colleges tab under the subcategory titled scholarships. Lastly, there will be outside scholarships. I'm sorry, Olive Reign specific scholarships that your children will be able to apply for in the springtime of senior year. These are scholarships typically made available only to Olive Reign students and that are awarded on our senior class night, typically during the same week as high school graduation. So those will be scholarships we definitely want all of our students to apply for. But at this point, we want their focus first to be on the financial aid deadlines for the colleges they're applying to specifically, and then transitioning to outside scholarships in addition to the college specific requirements. It's a lot to cover between identifying, searching for, and ultimately figuring out what colleges your children are going to apply to, when they need to submit certain information and what information to submit, combined with how to learn about colleges this year in particular, when visiting has proven to be such a challenge, is certainly a daunting task, but it is not, and we do not want it to feel overwhelming. We have found that the seniors this year have been wonderfully resilient, impressive, both in their willingness to return to learning this fall, and in their motivation to continue to work towards their goals upon graduation. So as you and your children are navigating the planning process for next year, we will continue to meet with our seniors. We hopefully will continue to be a resource to seniors and families. We will continue to send emails and updates on opportunities that are available over the course of senior year. But please don't hesitate to reach out to your child's guidance counselor with any questions that come up as frequently as they come up over the course of this year.